I'm Theron Zahn, and here's what's happening for your weekend. Visit the Bellevue Magic Season Ice Arena for a chance to hit the ice in Ashwood Park in downtown Bellevue. It runs through January 8th. For more information, go to BellevueDowntown.com. Looking for something more?
Very much. Hey, Steve Poole is back.
He is, and we immediately sent him to Bellevue's Magic Season Ice Arena. Hi, Steve.
Hi there. Hi, everybody. Well, yeah, it's that time of year again, and it's just as beautiful here as it usually is at this time of the season. A lot of lights, a lot of fun, and a great big ice skating rink. Speaking of ice skating and rink and cold, that's what we're dealing with tonight. That's the main feature of our forecast here. And for all those folks who are headed to Central Lake, most of them in their seats are by now, certainly. But I got to tell you, it's going to be really cold. As a matter of fact, I wouldn't be surprised to see temperatures in the low 20s, maybe even upper teens before the game is over. So it's going to be cold regardless. I'll be back in a little bit. We'll take a closer look at a little bit of a warming trend coming our way. Yes, we are going to start to warm up. We'll talk about that and the potential for any more snow as the week goes on. There you have it. Back to you.
All right, thank you very much. All right, let's get a check on the weather now. Steve Poole is at the Magic Season Ice Arena in Bellevue tonight. Hi, Steve.
Hi there, Mary. Hi, everybody. I tell you what a great time of year it is. We're into the season, the Magic Season, as they call it over here. And I got to tell you, it's really nice. I mean, it's a bit on the cold side, honestly, but it's beautiful. This is almost 8,000 square feet of ice behind me, and everybody's having a good time. This starts today, and it runs through January 8th, so there's plenty of opportunity to maybe bring the family down and check it out. So let's get started with your forecast. I mean, obviously it's cold. We'll talk about that and discuss any potential for some snowfall. But here's what we're mainly looking at. The change that we're starting to see now is that the air mass is getting colder and colder, and it's starting to move in over us. So that's what we're going to be dealing with going into the nighttime hours here. We're kind of clearing things off, and when you get clearing, that generally means temperatures are going to drop. So what does that mean for you? Well, let's take a look, and we'll kind of get a feel for it here. Overall, I think what we're going to see here is 36 degrees right now in terms of our current temperature, so that sort of puts all that in perspective there. And in general, also looking forward, we're going to continue to see these cold temperatures throughout the night. As a matter of fact, let's take a look at the highs for today. Not very high, as you can see. In most cases, only getting into the mid to upper 30s. Oh, my goodness. And temperatures will continue to be that cold. Even tomorrow, I think we'll warm up a little bit as the week goes on, but for now, that's what we're dealing with. All right, so let's take a look at some of the other temperatures around the region. And tonight, we expect our lows to be dropping off into the low 20s, I should say, to the mid-20s. So that means a hard freeze. You really need to keep that in mind when you head out the door in the morning. It's going to be really, really cold. All right, let's take a look at the futurecast so you can see how this clearing process is underway. We're going to, throughout the night, see more and more of this. Clear skies, that's going to result in a lot of cold air. And the more cold air you get, obviously these temperatures continue to drop off. All right, so from here, here's what we expect. I expect our daytime highs tomorrow to be somewhere in the mid-30s to the low 30s. There will be some sunshine, in fact, plenty of it, but it's also going to be awfully cold. Elsewhere around the region, central Puget Sound Basin, similar story. You'll be right there in that low 30s, maybe in the upper 20s. And for all you folks in the mountains or have to travel through the mountains, you should be fine there. Temperatures, afternoon pass temperatures will be very chilly in the teens. And then east of the mountains, temperatures even colder. We expect high temperatures there also in the teens. So here's the bottom line. It's going to be cold tonight. We see a lot of folks with some hard freezes tomorrow morning, 24 for the low tonight. Tomorrow we expect to start things off with sunshine and get our temperatures up to about 33 degrees. Here's your 7-day outlook. We do start warming up as we go along here, but oh my goodness, it's going to be rather chilly to get there. Back to you guys.
Steve, go get some hot chocolate and we'll see you at 6.
Okay.
We'll be right back.
I need some.
Movie.
And I'm Steve Poole over in Bellevue. It's the Magic Season over here. And we're going to talk about that and get you set for some more cold air. Also, we'll talk about the potential for some snow. Stay with us. Forecast coming up.
Well, speaking of ice, let's check in with Steve Poole, who's at the ice rink live at Bellevue Magic Season. Hi, Steve.
Hi, everybody. Well, I'm standing here next to about 8,000 square feet of ice, so it's kind of chilly out here. But I have to tell you, other than that, it's not too bad. Let's talk about our forecast and see how things are going to be shaping up here. First, we want to go to the satellite image, and I'll show you that because there's an awful lot of frigid air that's still working its way in our direction. And as that slides in here later tonight, we're going to see our overnight low temperatures get pretty chilly, and I'll give you more detail on that as we go along. Let's take a look at what's happening right now around the region here. In most cases, obviously, it's leaning on the cold side. We've got a temperature of 35 degrees, a northeasterly wind, 69% on our humidity. We don't have any rain in the rain gauge. Other temperatures around the states, let's see what's happening here. And boy, look at Bellingham there. They're already at 24 degrees. Now, we've got a lot of cold air that's coming out of Canada, and that's going to drive your temperatures overnight even lower than we would expect given everything else. So let's get to it. See what's going to happen. Your overnight lows are going to be in the mid-20s to the low 20s. I wouldn't be surprised in our higher elevations if we got some to right around 20 degrees. So it's really going to be a cold freeze tonight, or a hard freeze, I should say. So let's take it from there and see what's going to be happening next for you. Overall, looking to the future, we're going to continue to see the clearing, and that's the main thing that we're looking at. You can see it on the Futurecast. See how everything clears away? You put that together with clear skies and some wind, it's going to make for some rather chilly daytime high temperatures. So let's step you through it now. Here's what we've got for your high temperatures tomorrow. In many cases, they'll be just barely getting to or a little bit above freezing. That kind of puts it all in perspective, doesn't it? So that's what's happening there. In the central Puget Sound Basin, we'll have a similar story. Temperatures generally around freezing, maybe getting a little bit above that mark, but it's going to be kind of iffy on that. Please be careful tomorrow morning when you head out the door. Some of these roads could be a bit on the slick side, especially if we have any frost. All right, so that's what's happening there up in the mountain passes. We're looking at a lot of sunshine there, and temperatures, as you might imagine, frightfully cold. In many cases, it'll be around 20 degrees or so. And on the eastern slopes of the Cascades and out on the flatlands, it's a similar story, but even colder. High temperatures throughout eastern Washington will be somewhere in the teens, as you see. All right, so here's the bottom line. Tonight, we're going to have more chilly air coming your way. We're looking at about 24 degrees for our overnight low. Highs tomorrow, well, not very high, quite frankly. With high temperatures in the low 30s, some sunshine, though. It should be pretty to look at, but very cold. Here's the 7-day outlook, so you can make your plans going into the weekend. It is going to warm up as we go along, but for now, it's cold. I can attest.
Yeah, but you are in an ice rink. Cold everywhere, though.
That's double cold.
Yeah. Thank you, Steve.
See you in a bit.
See ya. Coming
After revelations of that hack attack.
Hi, everybody. Steve Poole here. Well, we're going to tell you about some cold air. It's around now, and it's about to get even colder. I'll tell you where we'll have temperatures in the teens coming up.
All right, let's check back in with Steve, who's live at Bellevue Magic Season at the ice rink there. Hello, Steve.
Hello, Mary. Hi, everybody. Well, as you can imagine, you're standing next to 8,000 square feet of an ice rink. It gets even colder, but regardless, it's still a pretty nice night. I mean, I've been out talking to folks, and everybody seems to be enjoying it. And it's part of the magic season right here in Bellevue, where they have so many things going on. This is starting tonight, and it's going to go through January 8th if you do want to come out and take advantage of the skating rink. All right, let's get to your forecast and let you know what's happening here. First of all, if you look at the satellite image here, you get a feel for the fact that we are bringing in more cold air, and that'll be happening tonight. We can see a lot of signs of clearing out there, and that's where we're headed, in that direction. The more clearing you get, the colder it's going to get, no doubt about it. So let's take a look at our temperatures and see what's going on at this point. In Seattle, we're at 35 degrees and still dropping. Northeasterly wind, as you can see, and we don't have any rain in the rain gauge at this point. Other temperatures around the region really point to the fact that it's going to be a cold one. You add in there a brisk wind that's coming from the north, especially up around Bellingham. It's going to get even colder for folks. So here's what happens tonight. We've got overnight low temperatures somewhere in that range of about the low 20s to the mid 20s. Not only that, but if you look at the futurecast here, you kind of see that what we're going to have here tomorrow is more and more in the way of clear skies. Now, that works well when you've got the daylight and you've got some sunshine, but absent that, you get some really chilly nights on top of everything else. So let's step you through it and see what your forecast looks like. Your highs tomorrow should be somewhere around freezing, maybe a little bit above, a little bit below, but the real theme will be for plenty of sunshine, and there will be a lot of it. It'll be pretty to look at, but oh so cold. All right, that's what's happening there in Central Puget Sound Basin. Pretty much the same story. We're going to find those temperatures just struggling to get to freezing, so keep that in mind when you head out the door in the morning. Obviously, you'll be dressed appropriately, but just be aware we might even have a few wet, slick streets out there as well. All right, so that's what's happening there. Up in the mountain passes, as you might imagine, it's really cold. We don't have a lot of new moisture to add, so I don't expect new snowfall up there. But the temperatures, if you think they're cold in the mountains, check out eastern Washington. We've got daytime highs tomorrow in the teens, and Pullman's high, 12 degrees. All right, so here's the bottom line. Tonight, we're going to go with mostly clear skies, and it will be very cold. The overnight lows in the 20s. Highs tomorrow, we'll be talking about somewhere in the 30s, low 30s for most of you. There'll be a lot of sunshine, so it's going to look pretty, but oh my goodness, it's going to be cold. All right, here's your 7-day outlook so you can see what's happening going into the weekend and through the rest of the week. We are going to get some clearing. That means colder, but once the clouds arrive, as you can see on the 7-day here, well, we're going to start to warm things up. We should be getting back into the mid to upper 40s next week, but for now,
yeah, mid to upper 40s. That'll be balmy.
All right, have a great night. We'll talk to you later.
Thanks, Steve.
New Year's Eve is just around the corner, and you can join thousands around Seattle to ring in the new year at one of the world's largest structure-launched fireworks displays. New Year's at the Needle starts just before midnight and can be seen from dozens of places in the city. There are events inside the Needle and at neighboring Chihuly Glass, and over at the Mopop. Head to seattlecenter.com for more information. First Night Tacoma fills the last evening of the year with family-friendly entertainment, including a short parade, music and dance shows, puppets, and a fiery midnight spectacle in downtown Tacoma. Log on to firstnighttacoma.org for a rundown of events. Even with 2017 just days away, you can still feel the holiday season at the Ice Arena in Bellevue Downtown Park. The rink will be up through January 8th. Admission $12. You can get group and military discounts by logging on to magicseason.com. This year's It's the last weekend of the Bellevue Magic season at the Ice Arena in Bellevue's downtown park. The rink closes up January 8th. Admission $12, and you can get group discounts by heading to magicseason.com.